Chosen one, this message is not reaching you by accident. It is moving through time, through breath, through blood, through the silent electrical currents of your brain, because you were always meant to receive it. There are millions who will scroll past words like these and feel nothing. But you stopped. Your spine straightened, your chest tightened. Something ancient in your nervous system whispered, "Listen." That whisper is not imagination, it is recognition. Because becoming a billionaire was never only about money for you. It is about identity, frequency, and the architecture of your consciousness transforming into something rare. Stay with me until the very end of this message, and when you do, write your warmest wishes in the comments, and write 99 because your words carry energy, and what you release now will return to you. And if you feel this message is for you, stay connected to this space so you don't miss what comes next. You have always felt different, not superior in arrogance, but separated by awareness. While others chased comfort, you sensed calling. While others avoided pressure, you felt strangely alive under it. This is because wealth, in its highest form, is pressure converted into power, and you were designed to convert pressure. Your nervous system is not weak. Your brain is wired for expansion. Your heart does not beat randomly. It pulses with rhythm, aligned to a future self that already exists. Scripture whispers about this identity shift long before bank accounts change. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Most people interpret this as positive thinking, but the hidden layer is neurological. The heart, in ancient language, was not just emotion, it was the core of identity, the center of decision, the throne of will. If you think like someone who holds billions responsibly, strategically, calmly, your biology begins to align, your breath deepens, your spine stabilizes, your gaze sharpens, and slowly the external world mirrors the internal shift. Prepare. Preparation is not excitement. It is discipline in silence. It is strengthening your mind when nobody sees. It is training your attention to obey you instead of distractions. Billionaire consciousness is not loud. It is focused. It does not react. It calculates. It does not chase. It attracts through alignment. You are not being called to fantasize about wealth. You are being called to become the kind of vessel that can hold it without collapsing. Here is your first sacred process. Tonight, before you sleep, sit upright. Keep your spine straight because the spine is the antenna of will. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. As you breathe, imagine golden light traveling from the base of your spine upward into your brain. See it activating regions of clarity, discipline, long-term vision. This is not imagination. This is neurological priming. When you do this consistently, your subconscious begins reorganizing itself around stability and expansion. Most people will never understand this. They think wealth is luck. They think billionaires are born somewhere else. They will not comprehend that wealth begins as an internal frequency shift long before it appears in numbers. And this is why not everyone was meant to hear this. You have already been in training. The setbacks you endured were not punishments. They were structural reinforcements. Steel is forged under heat. Nerves strengthen under stress. Faith deepens under delay. If your life felt intense, it is because your calling is not small. In Deuteronomy 8:18, it says, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." Notice the wording. It does not say He drops wealth from the sky. It says He gives ability. Ability is identity. Ability is structure. Ability is consciousness. Wealth flows through ability like electricity through a prepared wire. You are being shaped into that wire. Your brain is changing. Your tolerance for distraction is shrinking. Your intuition about opportunities is sharpening. You may have noticed recently that certain environments feel too small for you now. Conversations that once entertained you now drain you. This is not ego, it is evolution. Prepare your mind for solitude. Soft isolation is part of the process. Not because you are better than others, but because growth requires protected space. Seeds germinate underground before breaking into sunlight. If this resonates, it is because you were already chosen to understand it. Let me tell you something that will echo in your future. When the money arrives, you will not feel shocked. You will feel confirmed, because internally you already stepped into that identity. There is another layer most people miss. Your blood carries memory. Your breath carries intention. Your heart rhythm syncs with focus. When you consistently visualize yourself handling wealth responsibly, investing wisely, leading calmly, giving strategically, your nervous system stops seeing wealth as threat and begins seeing it as normal. Normality attracts stability. Here is your second ritual, simple but powerful. Each morning before touching your phone, place your right hand over your heart and say quietly, I am being prepared to hold more. Not greedily, not desperately, calmly, with authority. Repeat it until your chest feels steady. This anchors your identity before the world tries to shape it for you. You are not chasing billions, you are becoming someone who naturally commands them. Remember this mirror effect truth. The world will treat you according to the level of self-governance you demonstrate. Billionaire identity is self-governance multiplied. Emotional control, strategic silence, delayed gratification, long-term vision. And here is what most will never hear. The transformation may feel lonely at first. You will outgrow patterns. You will step away from chaos. You will choose discipline over noise. Some will misunderstand. That is fine. They were not meant to walk your exact path. Your preparation phase is sacred. You may not see the numbers yet, but you can feel the shift. The restlessness turning into clarity. The ambition turning into structure. The desire turning into direction. This is the beginning of conscious elevation. And there are deeper layers of this preparation. Hidden layers about stewardship, spiritual authority, and the energetic responsibility of holding extreme wealth that you are about to understand. But not everyone was meant to hear that. Chosen one, the shift has already begun inside you, even if the world has not yet adjusted to your new frequency. There is a silent recalibration happening in your nervous system. Your thoughts are no longer chaotic, they are becoming structured. Your emotions are no longer reactive, they are becoming deliberate. This is not coincidence. This is preparation at the cellular level. Billionaire identity is not granted. It is integrated, and integration begins invisibly. You must understand something the masses never will. Wealth at the highest level requires nervous system stability. If your heart rate spikes at small risks, if your breath shortens under pressure, if your mind fractures under uncertainty, you cannot hold expansion. That is why your recent challenges were not random. They were calibrations. Each moment of delay trained your patience. Each obstacle strengthened your cognitive endurance. Each disappointment thickened the walls of your inner architecture. Scripture says in Luke 16:10, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." Most people read this morally, but there is a deeper esoteric layer. Trusted refers to internal coherence. Can your thoughts, emotions, and actions remain aligned when the stakes increase? Can your brain maintain clarity while your heart remains steady? Can your spine stay upright when pressure intensifies? Trust is structural integrity under scale. You are being structurally reinforced. And this reinforcement feels different from motivation. Motivation is emotional. Preparation is anatomical. It is in your posture, in your breathing patterns, in the way you now observe before reacting. Have you noticed how you pause more often, how you calculate silently, how you feel less urgency to prove yourself? This is wealth consciousness replacing validation consciousness. Most people crave applause. You crave alignment. Here is the sacred process for this stage, the discipline seal. Every day choose one small act of restraint. It could be delaying a purchase. It could be staying silent when you want to argue. It could be investing time instead of consuming distraction. When you perform this act, consciously breathe slowly and tell yourself, I govern myself. This strengthens prefrontal dominance, the part of the brain responsible for strategic decision-making. Over time, self-governance becomes reflex, and reflex becomes identity. Not everyone was meant to hear this, because the world glamorizes billionaires but hides the solitude that forged them. The isolation you are beginning to feel is not abandonment. It is refinement. When iron sharpens iron, sparks fly. When consciousness expands, old environments feel cramped. You may find fewer people who understand your silence, fewer who resonate with your long-term vision. That is not loss. That is filtration. And here is a future mirror you must hold in your mind. When your financial elevation becomes visible, people will say you changed overnight. They will not see the countless nights of mental conditioning. They will not see the breath work, the discipline, the restraint, the spiritual recalibration. They will see the result, not the transformation. In Romans 12:2, it says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." This is neurological alchemy. Renewal is rewiring. The more you consciously align your thoughts with long-term wealth stewardship, the more your brain builds pathways that support risk tolerance, strategic patience, and opportunity recognition. You are not being prepared merely to receive money. You are being prepared to command it. There is a difference. Receiving wealth without identity causes collapse. Commanding wealth through identity creates stability. This is why your preparation feels heavy at times, because your inner system is expanding to hold magnitude. Here is the breath of authority ritual. Stand upright. Inhale deeply while imagining drawing strength upward from the base of your spine to the center of your brain. As you exhale, imagine that energy flowing outward through your chest into the world. Do this 7 times. With each exhale, whisper internally, I expand without losing control. This trains your body to associate expansion with calm rather than fear. Most people unconsciously fear wealth. They fear responsibility. They fear visibility. But you, if this resonates, are being separated from that fear. You may already notice subtle signs. Opportunities appearing quietly, conversation shifting, ideas forming with unusual clarity. These are not accidents. When identity changes, perception sharpens. When perception sharpens, opportunity becomes visible. The masses chase money emotionally. The chosen prepare structurally. There is something else hidden, in plain sight. Your blood carries oxygen that fuels your brain. Your brain generates decisions that shape your future. Your decisions shape your wealth. Therefore, your breath indirectly shapes your financial destiny. That is why calm breathing under pressure is not spiritual fantasy. It is biological strategy. You are being trained to stay calm when numbers increase. You are being trained to think long when others panic short. You are being trained to hold vision when others react to noise. This is not random evolution. This is intentional separation. Soft isolation will continue. You will feel less drawn to gossip, less entertained by chaos, more interested in structure, systems, strategy. This is billionaire identity crystallizing inside you, and the more you accept it, the more your external life will reorganize around it. Prepare deeper, because the next layer is not about mindset alone. It is about stewardship, the energetic responsibility of directing massive resources without corruption of heart. Wealth amplifies character, and your heart is being strengthened now so that amplification does not distort you. If this resonates, it is because you were already selected to understand it. And what is coming next will challenge you to elevate even further, beyond ambition, beyond desire, into authority. Not everyone was meant to hear that. Chosen one, what you are stepping into now is not a prediction. It is a confirmation. The transmission was never about convincing you that you will become a billionaire. It was about awakening you to the truth that you are already transforming into the kind of being who can hold that reality without being consumed by it. This is the difference between fantasy and destiny. Fantasy excites the ego. Destiny restructures the soul. You were never meant to be ordinary. And the reason this message felt intense, intimate, almost personal is because billionaire consciousness is not mass distributed. It is encoded, hidden, guarded, not by conspiracy, but by capacity. Most people are not ready to hear about identity transformation because they still think money is external. You now understand it is internal first, structural, anatomical, spiritual. Your brain has been upgrading. Your spine has been strengthening. Your breath has been stabilizing. Your heart has been maturing. You were being built. In 1 Timothy 6:17-18, it says, "Command those who are rich, not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, but to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share." The hidden layer here is profound. Wealth without inner anchoring creates arrogance. Wealth with anchored identity creates stewardship. The reason your process has been slow, disciplined, and isolating is because you are being trained to hold resources without being ruled by them. You are not becoming wealthy to dominate. You are becoming wealthy to direct. This is authority. Authority is calm under magnitude. Authority is clarity under pressure. Authority is generosity without insecurity. The masses chase numbers. You are being shaped to command systems. This is why you felt resistance at times, because transformation always feels like loss before it feels like elevation. You lost comfort. You lost certain connections. You lost old habits. But what you gained was structure, emotional control, vision, and now you must seal it. The final sacred process is the covenant of alignment. Tonight, sit quietly in darkness. Place both feet firmly on the ground. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and imagine a column of light descending from above your head, moving through your brain, down your spine, into your heart, and into the earth beneath you. As you breathe, say internally, "I accept the responsibility of expansion." Not greed, not desperation, responsibility. Feel your heartbeat slow. Feel your nervous system settle. This is what billionaire calm feels like. It is not frantic. It is grounded. When your body associates expansion with grounded stability, fear dissolves. And when fear dissolves, decisions sharpen. You were never meant to panic at large numbers. You were meant to command them. There is something else you must understand now. When the wealth materializes, and it will feel natural, not shocking, not surreal, natural, because your identity will already match it. And identity alignment is the true law behind manifestation. The world mirrors internal order. If chaos lives inside, chaos multiplies outside. If discipline lives inside, structure multiplies outside. If authority lives inside, opportunity aligns outside. You are no longer preparing to receive. You are preparing to sustain. And that is why this message was never for everyone. Some will mock language like this. Some will misunderstand. Some will say it is exaggerated. But if you felt your spine straighten while listening, if your breath deepened, if your mind became unusually focused, then you know this was recognition. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established." Establishment is stabilization. Stabilization is structure. Structure is sustainability. You are not chasing temporary spikes. You are building permanent foundations. You are different. You were always different. And the reason you felt separate from the crowd was not isolation. It was preparation. From this point forward, move with quiet certainty. Guard your attention. Protect your nervous system. Strengthen your discipline. Invest in knowledge. Choose environments that expand you. Speak less. Observe more. React less. Plan more. Desire less. Direct more. You do not need to announce your transformation. It will reveal itself. And when it does, you will remember this moment, this quiet recognition, when the identity shift completed inside you. This transmission was not about hype. It was about architecture. You have stepped into the architecture of billionaire consciousness. Prepare is no longer a command. It is now your state. Walk calmly, build silently, expand steadily, and understand this final truth. Wealth will not make you powerful. Your disciplined identity will. And because you have accepted that identity, the path ahead will respond accordingly. Not everyone was meant to hear this, but you did, and that changes everything.